Yo, it's your boy Bernard, and welcome to another episode of the Angry Blerd podcast, where I'll be discussing everything nerdy that has caught my eye this week. So, James Gunn has been on his promo tour for Superman since, it comes out in about 2 weeks. He's done interviews with Rolling Stone and Entertainment Weekly. So, I'm going to go over some of the details from the DC Studios Rolling Stone interview. So, one of the first, they decided to retitle Supergirl from Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow to just Supergirl. Why? I don't know. It's just like, we know the story is based off of the Woman of Tomorrow comic, so we should have just kept Woman of Tomorrow. I get changing legacy because it's sort of it's a hard reset on everything Superman related. So, nitpicking, whatever. All right. What else we got? So James Gunn also revealed that a untitled DC film was killed due to the poor screenplay. He said everybody wanted to make the movie. It was greenlit, ready to go. The screenplay wasn't ready, and I couldn't do a movie where the screenplay's not good. He also spoke on Superman, Clark and Lois's relationship. He said it comes up. He said how Lois can't see past Clark's glasses. He said when it comes up later again in the movie and it's explained, she says it. We will mention it, and it's a one-off, and people chuckle. But there's stuff later in the movie about the glasses that are canon, that's not canon in the comics. So I wonder, what do you mean by that? He also said that he wanted his Superman to be vulnerable. He said, I see things online like who would beat whom, Homelander or Superman or fucking whatever, Adam Warlock or Brightburn, and I'm like, this is the stupidest fucking conversation. So then whoever would win the fight means that they're the best because they just go all out and write God-Man, who can destroy you with a wink, and I win. I win all the fights forever, but I didn't want Superman who could punch planets But I didn't want a Superman who could punch planets. And also we're creating a whole universe now. So what's a girl with wings going to do in the face of that? So he's a little less powerful. Guy Gardner's pretty fucking powerful. They're all pretty powerful. Also spoke on the possibility of a Marvel DC crossover. That could easily happen, but simultaneous to that, I think it would be interesting. But I also think people are a little over it. I think people want to see good stories with their superheroes, and that's what really matters. They need more variety, and they need just more quality storytelling, and just having Superman and Spider-Man team up isn't going to do that if it's shit. So it's got to come from a real place, and it's really hard to make that work, which is pretty understandable. He also spoke about writing his next DC project. He said, nothing yet, I'm just getting into it. I really have a hard time writing when I'm in the late stages of post-production, which is at the time that they were working on Superman. He said, we're almost done, but I really have a hard time. I traditionally start heavily writing the day, whatever the day the last movie comes out. I write treatments first, so I'm a couple treatments in. And also spoke on Batman, as in Batman the Brave and the Bold, not the Batman. So he confirmed that he is not writing The Brave and the Bold himself, but working closely with the writer to ensure that it's executed right. And he doesn't want to make a film simply because it's Warner Brothers' biggest character, but there has to be a need for him in the DCU. And he described it as not quite the same as Reeves' Batman, but yet not campy a la Joel Schumacher, Batman and Robin, Batman Forever. He also confirmed that the Batman 2 is not canceled. So this quote, people was like, oh, he's dissing Matt Reeves. He said, we don't have a script. Matt's slow. Let him take his time. Let him do what he's doing. God, people are mean. Let him do his thing. So I get it. Matt Reeves isn't necessarily Christopher Nolan. I don't really know any movies that he's written. I know he's directed the Planet of the Apes movies, but I don't think he actually had anything to do with the writing of those films. So I'm actually going to his filmography real quick to see what films he's written. He wrote on War for the Planet of the Apes, but he didn't write on Dawn. He worked on a movie called The Pallbearer with David Schwimmer and Gwyneth Paltrow. Never even heard of it. Wrote on Under Siege 2, Dark Territory, something called The Yards with Mark Wahlberg, Joaquin Phoenix, Charlize Theron. So yeah, I mean, he doesn't have a lot of movies written on his filmography. He's got 6 out of the several that he's worked on, either as a director or a producer. Like, he's got 6 movies he's directed, 6 he's written. But I get it. These things take time. People want stuff to be rushed. Like, it's been 3 years, so he's past pretty much Christopher Nolan's mark, because Christopher Nolan gave us a Batman movie roughly every 3 years, because Batman Begins came out in 2005. We'll be doing a 20th anniversary retrospect on that later on this month, probably in 2 weeks. Well, it'll be July by then. Probably be like the 4th of July episode. Then 2008 was The Dark Knight, and I want to say 12 was The Dark Knight Rises. Let me look that up real quick. But yeah, I mean, sometimes, yeah, 2012. But yeah, man, let people work on their time. Otherwise, you're going to end up with crap. But I still don't like the fact that they removed the colon title for Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. He also spoke out on rumors of the roles for Teen Titan, the Teen Titans movie. He said, yeah, none of those are real. That's why I keep saying don't trust scoopers. That was pretty much the gist of, like, pretty much everything from that. Yeah, Superman, July 11th. I will be there watching. Alright, what is my next story? Well, while we're talking about everything DC related, the Clayface movie that was written by Mike Flanagan has cast their lead in Tom Rhys Harris, and it will be directed by James Watkins. I've never seen Tom Rhys Harris before a day in my life, but the dude's got the face for Clayface. But he is a Welsh actor. He was on a Netflix series called White Lines, Apple TV series Suspicion. He was on Jekyll and Hyde. Okay, I have seen him. Yeah, he was Ricky September in the Doctor Who episode Dot and Bubble. Very good episode. It's still messed up that girl got him killed. He's got animated movie on Netflix right now called Wolf King that came out in March. But yeah, so far the only thing I've seen him in is that episode of Doctor Who. He was in The Gentleman. I keep meaning to watch that movie. I just haven't gotten around to it. Yeah, so he will be Clayface. And James Gunn did confirm that the Clayface movie will be rated R. Alright, so let's talk more Warner Brothers DC. Warner Brothers Games has decided to restructure its operations into 4 divisions based off of key franchises that they have. 1, Harry Potter. 2, Game of Thrones. 3, Mortal Kombat. 4, DC. So just screw Lord of the Rings. I guess we're never getting another Shadow of Mordor game, especially since they decided to bury the Nemesis system. But I mean, the last DC game that actually sold well might have been Injustice 2, because Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. Yeah, Gotham Knights was okay. There still hasn't been a Game of Thrones game. Apparently Mortal Kombat is dead. Well, they killed off any support for Mortal Kombat 1, so that's pretty much done. And Hogwarts Legacy sold well. So I mean, but there's a crap ton of properties out there for Warner Brothers to touch on. Like, they literally had a Super Smash Brothers clone that had characters from all types of franchises and everything. Like, you're clearly missing out on the youth market, because you can do like a Looney Tunes game, something like that. But you know, people are just dumb. It's just like they're gonna do what they want to do, and you know, it might be good, it might be dumb, but I really think it's dumb. So let's fly back around to Superman. Talking about Rachel Brosnahan. She was talking about actors who should stand by their bad superhero movies. Dakota Johnson, I'm looking at you. I like the fact that she was throwing shade. She said basically the stars of these movies have also been having their say, with Sydney Sweetie joking that you definitely didn't see me and Madam Web on SNL. Dakota Johnson saying the same of the film. Art does not do well when it's made by committee. So yeah, it was just like, even then when people like talk down on comic book movies, everyone always forgets that Amanda Seyfried was offered the role of Gamora, and she was just like, I don't get it. So you lost it. And it was just like, really? What are you gonna do? But you know, honestly, don't do a comic book movie if you're just gonna like pout about it. Alright. I got a lot of DC stuff. I didn't realize that. Alright. Let's talk comics for a second, because I do have previews to talk about later on. This isn't even for August solicits. This was just announced on the cusp of Hush 2, which is still going on. So Jason Todd's going to be getting a book where he actually leaves Gotham and heads to New Orleans with the Huntress in a adult-only Red Hood comic series. This will be done by Gretchen Flecker Martin and Jeff Spokes. They didn't say the name of the title, but it says sweat, blood, and powder burns, broken bones, and mind control. A city rotted from the inside out. Jason's going through hell on the hunt for an enigmatic telepath, and he's taking us with him. Falco Martin said in a statement about the new series, adding that I'm thrilled to be helming this new book of Red Hood with Jeff Spokes. Spokes is similarly excited. Gretchen's writing is a well-crafted blend of superheroes and pulp noir with a New Orleans flavored backdrop. The series Spokes added is gritty, bloody, sexy, and stripped down. Once again, what is the name of the book? But yeah, it doesn't say. Oh, it's just Red Hood. So it will be coming out on September 1st. I mean, not September 1st. Issue 1 will be dropping September 10th. I'm tripping. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be $5.99 like most books. But I'm going to check it out. I'm slowly adding more books to my collection, and this is the problem when you buy comics. You always want to try to keep like a limited number, because back in the day I used to spend about $1,000 a month on comics, and it was just getting ridiculous. Also, why do they always give Jason Todd Dick Grayson's sloppy seconds? So Jason Todd, to the best of my knowledge, has never had his own girlfriend. He's always dated somebody that Dick Grayson has dated. So now he's supposed to be having a relationship with Huntress in this book, and I'm just like, can the man find his own love? But based off the panels I'm seeing, it looks good. Still not sure how I feel about them bringing the gray streak back. That was something that was incorporated in Hush 1 like 15 years ago. So it's like, why does that like need to be there? Because even Grant Morrison went further with it. It was like, oh yeah, Bruce made me dye my hair to look similar to Dick Grayson, so people wouldn't know that I was a different Robin. But yeah, I'm gonna take a break because I do need to go get my iPad for comic previews, and I need to go get some Dubby. So listen to the ad for Dubby, and I'll be right back. This episode is brought to you by Dubby. Dubby gives you focus and energy without the crash and jitters. It has no sugar, fillers, or artificial dyes. Mix 1 packet or scoop into 8 or 12 ounces of water. Stir or shake well. Some powderiness is normal, and it has all the important vitamins. So this has vitamin C, B3, B6, and B12. And it's made from coffee fruit extract. So drink it and go conquer a task, and go to dubby.gg and use my promo code angryblerd10 at checkout to save 10% on your order. That's dubby.gg with promo code angryblerd10. All right, I'm back. Sorry guys. So I've spent all this time pretty much talking about DC and Warner Brothers. Let's just talk about Marvel for a bit. Not that much, but apparently Marvel added a untitled film to their slate for December 15th, 2028. And everyone's like, oh, is it Blade? Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what can it be. But we'll find out when we find out. Because they are skipping SDCC, so who knows? What it'll be. But let's talk about Spider-Man Brand New Day. Because we got some casting confirmations, and I'm surprised none of the scoopers figured this out. John Bernthal will appear as the Punisher in Spider-Man Brand New Day. So I saw that and I'm like, ooh boy. Ooh. Frank's going after Pete. Also, Zendaya and Jacob Batalon will officially return as MJ and Ned in Brand New Day. So this is very good news. So now we know Sadie Sink is in the movie. Jacob Batalon, Zendaya, and John Bernthal. So I'm just trying to think, who could Sadie Sink be? Could she possibly be Felicia Hardy? Can we get a Black Cat going on right now? Because I would like to see that happen. Because Felicia Hardy was low-key teased in The Amazing Spider-Man 2, but nothing ever came to fruition of it, unless you played the game. So yeah, there's that. July 31st, 2026. And it's funny that Bernthal and Tom Holland are doing a second movie together that comes out in 2026, because they are also both in The Odyssey, which comes out, I think, like the week before Brand New Day. Alright, it's time for comic previews. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into it. I don't really have a lot this month, because I really haven't seen a lot of stuff that's caught my eye. So let's start with Boom Studios. Boom Studios is doing a third Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles crossover. So, written by Ryan Parrott. Dan Mora will not be drawing this series. It will be... They don't even have an artist yet. The synopsis says, the crossover sensation is back for a third epic adventure. With Rita and Krang defeated, the bad guys aren't cutting the Rangers and Turtles no slack. Zord, Zed, and Shredder have a new plan to take down the radical teen heroes, and if they don't act carefully, they may succeed. The amazing new series from veteran Mighty Morphin Power Rangers writer Ryan Parrott and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Nation artist Vincenzo Federici kick off with a moment you have to see to believe. So why would it say TBD under the credits, but the artist is in the description? Okay. Alright, cool. Whatever. I do not see a release date for that, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm looking. No, I just see variant covers. Yeah, no release date. But sometime in August. Alright. Same thing with Powers. So, this is from Dark Horse Comics. This is Powers 25. So Powers is a comic written by one of my favorite writers, Brian Michael Bendis, drawn by Michael Avon Oeming. So this is a cop series based around the world of superheroes, and one of the main detectives of the book used to actually be a superhero until he lost his powers. It was like a big thing, like, maybe like just under like 20 years ago. Sony even like turned it into a TV series when they had their own streaming service, like when the PS4 came out. I don't even think you can like watch the episodes on there anymore. But so synopsis is, Powers is back. Powers is one of the longest running independent comics in history, and to celebrate its 25th anniversary landmark, the original creators of Bendis and Omen have reunited for a brand new monthly series of all new crime and capes like you've never seen before. A fun, dangerous adult look at the world of heroes through the eyes of special homicide detective Cutter and her brand new partner. And the first ever power to make Powers division, Mobius Moon. Okay, so we're not dealing with crap, I can't remember his name. It's been so long since I read Powers. Look this up real quick. Kristen Walker and Dina Pilgrim. So, under the watchful eyes of legendary captains Dina Pilgrim and Inky Sunrise. Okay, so Dina's a captain now. The new detectives are running through a minefield of all new dangers. An unsolvable Powers murder has Cutter and Moon questioning everything about the world and their place in it. Each issue of Powers 25 will feature an all new variant covered by a Dark Horse All-Star legend, Mike Mignola, Stan Saki, David Mack, Scott Hepburn, Alex Mayleaf, Eric Powell, and Jill Thompson. Will start the all-new Powers Dark Horse cover gallery. So, yeah, I mean, I need to know what happened to Walker. Because I don't think I read, like, the last series. I'm going to have to check that out. All right. IDW. If you have not been reading the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle comics for the past 14 years, I highly suggest you do. It's some very good stuff. It is a true successor to the Mirage stuff. It gets dark and gritty. Like, I remember when I read issue 25, somebody died. I'm not going to say who, but I was like, oh my God. But, I mean, he was in a coma per se, and they like transferred his consciousness into a robot, so he technically became Metalhead, but can't say who. But yeah, check it out. So, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Shredder, and this will be written by Dan Waters with art by Michelle Bandy. Synopsis is: as a dark power rises from the shadows of New York, so does a much darker power return to the city streets for revenge. One of the most terrifying villains in history of comics is back and more deadlier than ever. Returned, forever changed by a maddening ordeal beyond imagining, Shredder is a man of time, betrayed by all around him without the Foot Clan, and quite possibly insane when one of his former Foot prodigies forms their own rival clan with the infernal designs of New York. A recovering Shredder must quest deep into the criminal underworld, where enemies both old and new will discover what defiance will bring them at the end of the Shredder's blades. So, last time I checked, Shredder became a good guy. So, yeah, I definitely got to check that out. I got to catch up on the new volume of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I think I read like the first 4 issues, and that was about it so far. All right. So, this is Aspen Comics. Aspen is a company that's, I don't want to say near and dear to my heart, because I only read like one of the books from there, but it was one of my favorite books. It was written by, it was drawn by one of my favorite artists who passed away about 15, 16 years ago from cancer, Michael Turner. And this was one of the books that he started. Like, he had scripts for it and everything, but it never came to fruition. And it's actually written by his writing partner who worked with him on Soulfire, JT Kroll. And this is Ecos. So, this was supposed to come out like years ago. So I'm very excited for this to come out. They put the release date for this one in previews. It will be on August 13th. And they're using the Michael Turner cover. So I'm glad of that. So it says, Ecos introduces a new superstar in Grail who embarks on a quest to discover the world of Ecos. On his journey, Grail encounters many of the beloved characters from Michael Turner's legacy, including superstar characters Aspen Matthews from Fathom, Grace from Soulfire, as they join forces with Grail on a shared mission. This marks the first time these characters have all come together in the same universe. Produced by Marvel Studios founding chairman David Mazel, comes a new universe inspired by the art and creations of legends Michael Turner and Jeff Johns, and features Aspen Comics all-star creative team of JT Kroll, Alex Conant, Mark Roslin, and Peter Stagwell and Josh Reed, featuring covers from Alex Conant, Michael Turner, and former Marvel Comics editor-in-chief Joe Quesada. This is sure to be one of the biggest direct market events of 2025. All right, so yeah, I actually can't wait to check this out, and hopefully, my comic book store has it. Otherwise, I'm gonna just have to try to order it from like Midtown or something like that. Also, I've been like collecting coffee table books, despite the fact that I don't really like use them as coffee table books. Besides, like, one, I have the art for The Road to Age of Ultron, the art of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, on my coffee table as we speak. But this one, like I said, I'm a fan of Michael Turner's art, and he actually passed away too soon. I think like he died at the age of like 39 or something like that. Yeah, he passed away in 2008. I'm sorry, he passed away at the age of 37. So Clover Press has been releasing these art books from Marvel artists, and they are getting ready to release the Marvel art of Michael Turner. I will definitely be buying this book. Like I said, I'm a huge fan of Michael Turner's art. I remember when Civil War came out and he did the variant covers. They were like, I think 1 in like 50 variants. So like for every like 50 you got one. So comic book stores were overcharging for them like crazy. And keep in mind, there were 7 issues of Civil War, so I think they were selling them for like $50 a piece. I have all 7 because that man's art was so amazing. The synopsis is: Clover Press is proud to present the dust jacket edition of one of our latest book projects, the Marvel Art of Michael Turner. This stunning book features 200 pages of Michael Turner's covers and artwork that grace the pages of Marvel covers, collected for the first time in one 9x12 high-end coffee table book, with an amazing dust jacket featuring the cover art of Civil War I. Clover Press and Aspen Comics are teaming up to bring this amazing book to life with rarely seen and classic artwork featuring superstar artist Michael Turner's rendition of popular Marvel characters, such as Spider-Man, Captain America, Iron Man, The Incredible Hulk, and many more. So yeah, I will definitely be buying this book. The one thing I did not like that Aspen did when he passed, they would constantly reuse his art. So like, perfect example, let me see if I can find it. He did the variant cover for World War Hulk issue 1, where it's Hulk in the foreground yelling, and like behind him is a good percentage of the Marvel universe. Some of the people screwed him over. They edited that for when they did the Red Hulk book, got rid of everyone in the background, recolored the Hulk, and so on and so forth. And they do that with his stuff at DC too, and like, I feel like it's in bad taste. I get it, he's not here to produce any more artwork, but at that point you should just let the art be what it is, and that's it. All right, so I got something from Udon. And this is another Mega Man Timelines comic. So this one is Mega Man ZX Timelines. All right, and this one is written by Matt Moylan. Yeah, Matt Moylan, and with art by Dax Gording. So I never played the Mega Man ZX stuff because I think that was only on DS. But synopsis is: centuries in the future, a battle is fought over control of the biometals, living artifacts that contain powerful weapon data. One person stands in the way of the destructive pseudo-droids and their hidden master using this power for evil. Vent, a Mega Man with the combined powers of Biometal Z and Biometal X. So, he's not Zero. Okay, so he's like a hybrid. So, okay, that's different. Okay, cool. But see, I'm trying to find the release date for this one, cause I don't get why Previews does not put the release dates for this stuff. It says June 11th, but that's not right, because that's when the previews came out. I don't know. It just says in August. Let me check League of Comic Geeks to see if they have the release date. No, nobody has a fucking release date. Like, I'm gonna need previews to get it together, because just like people want to buy this stuff, but then you don't put the date out. Oh, thank you, Bleeding Cool, August 27th. All right. So while I'm still in like main previews, I got some merch that I want to get. They're doing a 1989 Michael Jordan Funko. It's $11.99, so I might be considering getting that one. But I'm like, cool, hopefully I can find an image of it to show you guys, because doing a screenshot of like the PDF for previews, it don't look good like when you transition it over to something else. Also, more Funkos. Shabuzi, they're releasing his Funko. His is going to be $14.99. And also, since it is coming back in August, Funko is also releasing King of the Hill figures for Dale, Bill, and Boomhauer, all $11.99 each. No release date on the Funkos, but I'm not done. I think after this I'll be done with the Funkos, but a little bit more merch. Daredevil Born Again figures will be out as well, so we're getting Daredevil, Punisher, Kingpin, and Bullseye, all $11.99, which is the standard price for Funkos unless you go a little bit oversized or something like that. Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, we're getting 4 Funkos for them as well. So we're getting Spider-Man with the proto suit, which is basically his homemade suit. Don't know why it's called on here. The final suit, and Doctor Strange with the cell shaded hair and everything. For some reason, Strange is $14.99 as opposed to the standard $11.99. And also, we got the monster, which is basically the symbiote, which is going to be a 6-inch size Funko, and that one's going to be $24.99. You know what I really want to do? I want to try to get a duplicate of a Funko I have, because they always say they're stuffing the head, and I've never had the nerve to cut open one of my Funkos to see if there's like a gooey brain in there, or like some cards, or like a gift card or something like that. But I'm gonna see if like I might just go to Five Below and just get like a random one. All right, so this is from 3-0, who made my Power Ranger figures that I got the set of. This is a Dirge Transformers figure. Although I don't really like rock with Decepticons, but Dirge actually looks cool. So it's said from 3-0. 3-0 is proud to announce the release of the terrifying Decepticon Secret Warrior MDLX Dirge. This figure stands at approximately 7 3/4 inches tall, with approximately 50 points of articulation. 3-0 art director Calvin Sue redesigns the Decepticon Secret Warrior MDX Dirge. Features a new head sculpt, paint applications, panel lining, and custom wings on their back and legs. This figure incorporates a hyper detailed mechanical aesthetic and uses 3-0's unique die-cast zinc alloy and engineer grade plastic frame system, enhancing the figure's tactile playability and durability. All right, and that's going to be $119.90. Yeah, I want it, but at the same time, I need to focus on getting the rest of my 3-0 Power Ranger figures, because I still don't have a Putty. I still don't have the Matt Cook Green Ranger. They released these Turbo in the Zeo sets, and I don't have those yet. But also from 3-0, they are releasing the Hot Rod Iron Man Mark 22 deluxe figure. And it says, 3-0 and Marvel are excited to introduce the deluxe Iron Man Mark 22 Hot Rod as the latest addition to the Marvel DLX series. The Mark 22 Hot Rod is part of Tony Stark's House Party protocol and features metallic red and black accents and flame decals inspired by the classic muscle cars. With arm cannons on each forearm, the DLX Iron Man Mark 22 Hot Rod showcases enhanced agility and maneuverability, making it a formidable asset in combat situations as depicted in the movie. A back-mounted machine gun with 3-0's original color scheme has been specifically added to this item, enhancing its playability. This fully articulated collectible figure that stands at approximately 6 and 34 inches tall and is constructed of 3-0's renowned DLX diecast system with 48 points of articulation, allowing the figure to depict various action poses while maintaining a realistic appearance. LED lighting functions are located on the eyes in the arc reactor of the chest. These LED features require 4 AG1 batteries to operate, not included. Requires 4 AG1 batteries. $99.90. Yeah, I decided to look at like a lot of merch that I want, but I'm probably not gonna get. This one is a re-release. This is the Back to the Future Time Circuits replica prop. It's actually built to scale to look like the version that was in the car. And this is coming from Factory Entertainment. So they said a high quality, officially licensed scale prop replica of the time circuits as seen in Back to the Future. This stunning 4-inch, what is that, 4 feet? Is it? No, 4-inch wide scale prop replica is cast out of solid metal and comes in a collector's packaging. Factory Entertainment is here to help expand the pop culture collecting experience with this scaled prop replica line. All scale prop replicas are available at an entry-level affordable price while not skimping on the fine details of the collectors. That the collectors have come to expect from Factory Entertainment full-scale replicas. Okay, so this is $59.99. Not too bad. But this is the thing that might break me. Loco has one. I wanted to get one, but every time I try to get one, it's sold out. So Hasbro is re-releasing the talking Deadpool head. You can actually download an app on the phone to actually use it. So it says, from Hasbro Toy Group, the Marvel Legends series Deadpool head is a premium electronic interactive app enhanced collectible with over 600 SFX and phrases, multiple sensors and motors for expressive movement. Using the free app, set Deadpool up to play pranks and social friends and loved ones, or wake you up every morning, maybe even on time. Featuring the design inspired by the Merc with a mouth, the Deadpool head is a killer collectible for any nerd shelf. Responds to lights and movement. So yeah, $129.99 for that one. I gotta see if I can get one. Also, yeah, I'm not getting that. I think I already had that. Nope, I meant to send that to her. I gotta send that to her. I'm skipping the model kits. Okay, I already did that one. Oh, so the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's one shot that will be out August 13th. All right, so now I'm going to get into Image Comics. So a name I haven't seen in comics for a while is coming back, and that is Rick Remender. He is writing a comic with art by Daniel Acuna called Escape. Hold on a second. This will be out August 20th. 40 pages, $4.99. It says shot down, hunted, out of time. The new ongoing two-fisted war epic from Remender and Acuna starts here. From the creative team of New York Times best-selling author Rick Remender, who worked on Deadly Class and Uncanny X-Force, and powerhouse Daniel Acuna, who worked on Captain America and Black Panther, the duo behind Marvel's Uncanny Avengers comes a savage, full-throttle wartime thriller where survival isn't given, it's taken. Milton Shaw is a battle-hardened bomber pilot flying missions over a war-torn world ruled by ruthless empire. But when his plane is shot out of the sky, Milton wakes up behind enemy lines and the smoldering ruins of a city he helped burn. And in less than 24 hours, his own side is dropping the big one to finish the job. Now injured, unarmed, and being hunted by the enemy streets, hunted through enemy streets, Milton's only shot at escaping comes from an unlikely place. A grieving father and his son, civilians shattered by the same fascist regime that rules this land with an iron claw, enemies by blood, allies by circumstance. Together they'll have to fight their way out before the bomb drops and erases everything and everyone. Set in a brutal, fully painted world with anthropomorphic animals, thanking glorious blasters meets Black Sad Escape. Meets Black Sad Escape is a gritty, bullet-riddled journey through war's scorched aftermath. It's about the violence we inflict, the souls we try to save, and the courage it takes to crawl out of the fire. So yeah, I saw this and I was like, wait, so it's a dog with a gun. And I was like, you got my attention. So August 20th for that one. Now, that was all I have for Image. Now let's get to DC. I don't think I really have that much in DC because there aren't that many number ones coming out. But let's talk about one I've talked about before when it got announced. Immortal Legend Batman. This is written by Kyle Higgins and Matt Groom with art by Erica DeRusso and Dan Mora. Comes out August 27th. Said, humanity broke the barrier between our universe and our universe's shadow. From the void came horrific apparitions that craved nothing but destruction. But from this terror, a legend was born. A warrior who found a way to access the energy that binds our universe and the shadow universe, transforming him into a cosmic dark knight. This immortal legend was named Batman. He fought to keep us safe, but then one day abandoned the war. Though he didn't disappear entirely, nothing says. Now they say he hunts a rogues gallery of monsters born from the shadows. So yeah, I like Kyle Higgins. Kyle Higgins worked on Power Rangers, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. For many years, he is the creator of Lord Draken, who is an evil version of Tommy in the comics and in the Battle for the Grid video game. So yeah, I will be checking this one out. I'll probably be buying like 3 covers. So like the standard, the Homer cover, and the foil Homer variant. So that was August 27th. All right, now August 20th, we got Justice League Red. So one of my favorite writers, Saladin Ahmed, who worked on a Black book for Marvel. He wrote on Miles Morales for a while. He wrote on something else. I can't remember what it was, but he will be joined by Clayton Henry on art. And I like this team up, this lineup for this team. So it says the Justice League has a new Spec Ops team so convert the founders can't know it exists. But its leader is the only hero who can keep the JLR off the radar because he is a radar. Red Tornado is the heart and mind of the Watchtower, watching, projecting into the future, and his projections point to apocalypse as a direct result of a concentrated power of the JLU. When the Justice League ID cards light up red, Reddy needs you for the fate of humanity and for yourself, because you don't want to find out what Red can do with what he knows about you. Join in a best in the biz creative team of Saladin Ahmed and Clayton Henry in an all-star team of heroes, and find out how far they'll go to keep the peace and keep Red Tornado secrets. So the team is Red Tornado, Red Canary, Green Lantern Simon Baz, Power Girl, Cyborg, and Deadman. I'm like, okay, that's a very unique team. So we got 3 tanks, a ghost, and someone who's just good at martial arts, and a robot. So yeah, like I said, I'm gonna check it out. Can it really hurt to check out a book? All right, this is my last one for DC, and this is Cheetah and Cheshire Rob the Justice League. This is written by Greg Rucka with art by Nicola Scott. This one will be out August 6th. It said, a daring heist aboard the world's most secure facility in the DCU. Cheetah and Cheshire assemble a team of misfits and oddballs to pull off the impossible, robbing the Justice League Watchtower and getting away with it. All that stands between them and pulling off the most daring heist in history are a few tiny complications, such as the world's most sophisticated orbital platform ever constructed, its AI-driven security system, and one thing, the smartest and most powerful heroes in the DCU. Eisner Award winners Greg Rucka and Nicola Scott bring you a slick, stylish heist that guarantees fun, laughs, and more than a few twists and turns. So yeah, I'm tentatively excited about that one. How long have I been recording? 47 minutes, okay? Alright, so I'm going into Marvel. Giving you guys a heads up right now, I don't know what's going on with Marvel previews. They did not include the release dates for any Marvel books besides like paperbacks, hardcovers, and things like that. So Thor is relaunching in August. It's going to be $4.99, 32 pages. Written by Al Ewing with art by Pascal Ferry. So it said the legend begins. The Norse myths tell of gods who walked the earth doing great deeds for the mortals who believed in them, but Asgard isn't real and never was. The gods never soared our skies, never stood with our heroes, never fought for kindness or justice. It was all just a story. Nobody's coming to help us. But somewhere in the city, a man is waking up. A man with a hammer. So I gotta catch up on the Immortal Thor to figure out what the hell is going on with this. Alright. So we're getting Black Cat. I think this is her first ongoing series. It would be written by G. Willow Wilson, creator of Miss Marvel, and art by Gleb Melnikov. Alright. So it said Felicia Hardy is the Black Cat, the world's most slyest and most super skilled thief. She loves a good score. The longer the odds, the better. But her entire world is turned upside down after the Amazing Spider-Man's battle with Hellgate. So Felicia is turning over a new leaf as New York City's newest superhero. The first super villain on her list, the Lizard. But will the Black Cat risk it all after her do-gooding moral high ground attracts dangerous attention from the lowest of the city's underworld? Easy kingpin of crime, she's still skimming off the top. Honest. Superstar G. Willow Wilson joins rising star Gleb Melnikov to chart the winding roads of twists and turns and laughs and mind-bending action as Black Cat's next exciting chapter. So I don't think Gleb is a rising superstar. Maybe at Marvel, because he was at DC for the longest. Yeah. Well, about a month ago, I think I told you guys that Marvel is relaunching Gwen's book because they're ending the current book at issue 15. So we are now getting all new Spider-Gwen, the Ghost Spider. Written by Stephanie Phillips with art by Paolo Villanella. Say Gwen Stacy isn't from this earth, but she's here to stay, so it's time to make herself at home. A new costume, a new life, a new home life. Heck, she's even starting a new band. Unfortunately for Gwen, new threats are also heading her way, starting with one that might be her own fault. Follow the Ghost Spider as she settles into 616 to stay. So that's just a rehash of what the current book is going on. And we still don't know what happened to send Gwen over to 616. Alright, I got two more and then I'll be done. Uncle Scrooge, Earth's Mightiest Duck. So this is going to be a limited series, 4 issues, with Jason Aaron writing. They redacted the artist for some reason, with a cover by Gabriele Dell'Otto, who is a very famous Italian painter. He did the Secret War book in 2008, I want to say. So the planet has been conquered by alien invaders. The connoisseurs, nefarious hoarders of the rarest antiquities throughout the cosmos, as they tear Earth apart, pillaging its fabled treasures. Only the world's greatest adventure could possibly stop them. But Scrooge McDuck is facing a battle unlike any he's ever fought, trapped inside his own mind, fighting to preserve his most precious memories. From writer Jason Aaron, who worked on Uncle Scrooge and the Infinity Dime, and an extravagance of all-star artists comes to the most epic adventure in Duck history. So I guess each issue is going to have a different artist, but I don't know. All right, final one. So since Disney owns 20th Century Studios, they've been doing a real kick with these Alien and Predator books. I told you guys about the Predator versus Spider-Man book that started in February. Before that, there was a Predator versus Black Panther book. And Jonathan Hickman is slowly writing a Aliens versus Avengers book. So this one is Predator Kills the Marvel Universe, and this is going to be a 5-issue miniseries written by Benjamin Percy with art by Marcelo Ferreira. Says it's a bloody kickoff to an epic battle between the Predators and Marvel's heroes. A Predator King, emboldened by a new vibrating arsenal and aided by a surprising human ally, launches an all-out invasion of Earth, claiming the planet as a hunting preserve. You'll need to read to see just who, if anyone, will survive and to witness the shocking twists and turns as the entire Marvel Universe finds itself in the Predator's tri-laser crosshairs. Okay, so who's teaming up with the Predator? That's the biggest question I got. So, figuring out who would be such a coward that they would betray the Earth. Norman Osborn's a good guy now, so it can't be him. I really can't think of anybody. I'm not J. Jonah Jameson either. But I don't know. So yeah, that's all the solicits I have for August of this year. So now I got a trailer reaction, and that is for the Toxic Avenger, which I have been waiting for 3 years to come out, and so I'm finally glad we got it. So let's talk about it. Well, let's check it out first.
Armed political extremists
Miss
have
Meat.
taken hostages downtown.
All right.
Wait! Stop! We'll get to all of that. Just relax, okay? We'd lost Shelley a year
Dinklage.
ago. These days, it's just me and the kid.
It looks great.
Not just worried about the black part. That part's pretty good.
No, give him back.
I don't want to hurt him.
Why didn't you do anything?
Sometimes it's better to do nothing.
Why is he wearing a tutu?
It's going good.
From the studio that brought you Terrifier 3, the biggest underrated film of all time.
Would knowingly poison its own customers just to boost their own profit margins?
Summon the nuts.
Okay, summoning the nuts.
What are the nuts?
I didn't want any of this. I'm a monster.
You're not a monster. Show him your good heart.
Hey, buddy, I'm your dad.
What the?
I wasn't even involved. But sometimes, you gotta do something.
Oh!
Who the fuck are you?
Just some dude with a mouth!
Ooh. I don't think I can show this shirt though. Screw it, I'm gonna show it anyway.
How does it feel to be a hero?
A simple melody.
Do you realize what's at stake here?
Everything!
Find him, bring him here. There you are.
Only the good things in life, that's all that matters.
That was just self-defense. You haven't killed anyone else, have you?
See, when you say, self-defense,
Only the good things.
He's an ugly son of a bitch, though.
That's all that matters to me.
Oh,
Toxic Avenger.
That's what the kids are calling him. I think it's swell.
unrated. August 29th. It looks good. I'm not even gonna lie. It looks fantastic. And I'm glad that Trauma still actually has a part in this movie. So, I wonder if Lloyd Kaufman's gonna make a cameo. I actually had the opportunity to meet him a few years ago at our SuperCon, but I didn't because I watched Toxic Avenger, but at the same time I kind of didn't, you know. It's one of those weird situations like that where it's like you watched it kind of sort of as a kid, but not really. But you know, it looks good. Like I said, I honestly can't wait to see it. So get ready for that one. All right, we got a little bit more info on the Deadpool Batman crossovers and the Batman Deadpool crossovers. So there will actually be a few backstories in the comics. So the Deadpool and Batman stories will feature Daredevil and Green Arrow, which is written by Kevin Smith and Andy Kubert. Captain America and Wonder Woman, written by Chip Zdarsky, with art by Terry Dodson, and Jeff the Land Shark and Crypto the Superdog, written by Kelly Thompson and art by Guri Hiri. So I'm like, you lost me at Jeff the Land Shark. But other than that, it looks good. Like I said, I like the fact that who's drawn this again? Greg Capullo is drawing the Marvel one, and Dan Mora is drawing the DC one. Those are actually two of my favorite artists. Like Dan Mora more recently, because he was on was it Power Rangers, or was it? It was either the first time I saw it. Oh no, it was actually a book called Claus, where they basically made Santa Claus like a superhero, kind of like on some like Violent Night type shit, but he was like fighting mystical shit. But yeah, what else I got? So, two small stories. Russell T Davies, who was the showrunner of Doctor Who, has still confirmed that he has not gotten an update on the future of the series. So in the latest issue of Doctor Who magazine, Russell T Davies confirmed that he would be stepping away from writing a column in the magazine while the future of Doctor Who remains unsettled. He would use that column to tease like upcoming storylines and offer fans insight on where he currently is in script writing process for a future series, but now that's not the case. He said, "We don't know what's happening yet. While everyone works that out, I'll be taking a pause on this page. Thanks for reading, and thanks to DWM. A delight to work with you on this wonderful magazine. Hopefully we'll have some news soon, and certainly the war between land and sea is about to break out, so there are great things ahead." So I really hope the show isn't canceled. Even if Disney wants to like back away from it, cool, whatever. They'll just lose the distribution rights, because I know several people who only got Disney Plus so they could watch Doctor Who. If it goes to BBC America, cool. If it goes directly to HBO Max, cool. But don't end the show, because Warner has the streaming rights for pretty much everything from, I want to say, classic Doctor Who to modern Doctor Who, which used to be called New Who, but New Who is now Disney Plus Who. So, I mean, sure, why not just send it right back there or whatever? I don't know. Alright, and this is my last story. So, I told you guys about Transformers 1 a year and a half ago, whenever it came out. So, BotCon was happening earlier this year. Well, I want to say like maybe within like the past week or so. And Josh Cooley was there. So BotCon is a Transformers convention, just specifically like Transformers. And unfortunately, Josh Cooley did confirm that there are no plans for a sequel to Transformers 1. So yeah, I mean, the movie was good, but unfortunately, you know, not enough people saw it. So Paramount Plus, I mean, not Paramount Plus, but Paramount has no intentions of making a sequel. And you know, it's one of those things where people are like, oh my god, it was so good after the fact. After the fact doesn't help the movie get a sequel. Like, this movie cost somewhere between 75 to 147 million to make. It made $129.4 million. So I'm just like, yeah, what are you gonna do, man? It's, at this point, we're probably gonna get Michael Bay Transformers again. We are supposed to be getting a G.I. Joe Transformers crossover movie. Who knows when that's gonna happen? But that's all I got. Anyway, guys, that was another episode of the Angry Blerd podcast. Be sure to rate, review, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Go to w.gg, use the promo code AngryBlerd10 at checkout to save 10% on your order. Next week, I will be reviewing 28 Years Later. Never saw 28 Days or 28 Weeks, as you guys heard me tell Ryan about 3 weeks ago when we did the Final Destination Bloodlines review. So I have to watch those this weekend in between editing the episode that you are listening to. So fingers crossed that I get to do that. So yeah, bye.